Good day everyone, my name is Coolpilot and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mishaps. Now, where we last left off, I was trying to make a thermometer and was having issues with the smeltery not wanting to smelt stuff. I ended up having to mine out the controller here and replace it in order to get it to work again. Although I did forget to actually get all the iron out of it first, so I ended up having to spawn the iron back in. I did go back in the video and check the amount. I don't remember if it was 42 or 52, but regardless, I made sure I got the right amount and just made it into ingots, but in here, so our smelter is nice and empty now. However, upon making the clear glass block, I found out that it doesn't actually work in the recipe, so I had to make some normal glass, and I have the rest of it here. I stuck some more sand in there in case I need to make more normal glass recipes. So yeah, I had to make some normal glass, but I was able to make our thermometer, so we have it now. First little step into Thaumcraft tools along with our wand, and I took the glass block that I had made and put it over there so we can see outside now. I can see when it gets to night, and if we let the night go for some reason, see when the sun rises. Unfortunately though, when you go to bed, the sun rises too high to actually see it from here, which it kind of sucks, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. Of course, I have a little head here, which isn't displaying right for some reason. Do I just have to mine it up and put it back? No, it just plain isn't displaying right, despite the fact that it's displaying right on us. Kind of weird. Now, there are a lot of things that we need to get started on today, because we are going to get, well, started on our Thaumcraft. So first things first, we are going to need a few things. We are going to need 3 tables, which are made with some slabs and some wooden planks. So let's do that first. So there we go, and there should be enough to make both. Well, I need more planks. There we go. Oh, that's enough to make 2, but we need to make 1 more. And actually, I threw the rest of the slabs on the ground. And there we go. 3 tables. And we're gonna go. Of course, we have our heads over here. I suppose we can just like put the stuff here for now. How do I want to do this? Suppose 1, 2, and then 1, and maybe the crucible in the middle when we eventually build that. I suppose that makes sense. So, but 2 tables there and 1 table here, and we take our wand, and on the solo table we just right click, and voila, we got our arcade workbench. And then with this other guy, we will need to make our thermomicon. Where was it? Back up here. We will need to make some scribing tools. 2 ways to do this. Well, a few ways to do it, really. Yeah, 2 ways. Essentially, you'll need some sort of black dye. We can't get the black dye or shadow ink because they require flowers that we don't have or can have access to at the moment. So I went out and killed a couple squids for some ink sacks. I also made and planted a few dye seeds. I think I made 3 of them. Put them over in the farm so that we'll be able to make more ink sacks more easily. Although I don't remember, could we make ink sacks? Yeah, we could. Yeah, but we can make ink sacks with the dye flowers. It's just we can't make lapis with it, or I think there was one of the, I can't make bone meal. Can't make lapis or bone meal with it, because they have other uses. Ink sacks are really only used as a dye, so you can't make those. And of course a feather, and then either a glass vial or a glass bottle. Glass bottles I don't think are going to be too useful to us. Let's get out of this here first. Glass bottle. Of course made with 3 pieces of glass. You can even use the clear gas if you want to. In terms of using though, I suppose I can always make some potion shelves with the 2 extra. Those are kind of nice. Let's save a little bit of clay for using it for scribing tools, because the files are basically the same recipe as the glass bottle, the 3 glass, but then a clay on top. We will need files, and even have some clay in my inventory to make some. And of course, they're used for air element seeds as well, so we don't really need those. No idea what this stuff is for the gas framework. I suppose, yeah, it is also used for making juices too, so I suppose the bottles are a little useful. So we will just make that and save on the piece of clay when it comes to making the scribing tools. I will, however, while we're at it, make some files for future use, because we'll need those with Thaumcraft here. Where am I going? I need to actually make the scribing tools. So just put in a feather and an ink sac, and we have some scribing tools. Yay! And you just take those and hit the workbench with it. And now we have a research bench thing. What is it actually called? Research table. Okay. I guess it's arcane work table, but work table, workbench, same difference. Alright, so in here you can see all of the basic elements of Thaumcraft, all the, what were they actually called, in-universe aspects. The main aspects of Thaumcraft. So we have air, aqua, water, air. I guess you could say it's air, but it looks like air to me. Aqua, which is water. Ignis, fire. Ordo, which is order, regularity, and purity. Perdido, entropy, chaos, and destruction. And Terra, which is earth. Now, these are the 6 basic elements, basic aspects. Or, no, not 6. Yeah, they are 6. Never mind. These are the 6 basic aspects. Now, these aspects can be combined to make all of the other aspects of the world. And it even, helpfully, gives us one for free within the Thaumonomicon. This is the simplest example of such a compound aspect, which is the ones combined from the primal aspects and other aspects, is Victus, which is life, which is a combination of Terra and Aqua. And as you discover the different compound aspects, they'll be listed in here under aspects of magic, so you can remember how they're actually made. So, Terra and Aqua, we just click Aqua. You can see these all have numbers that represent how many of these aspects we have, essentially. This research table is used to not only discover new aspects. Why is order suddenly? Okay, Terra and Aura are lit up. Terra, I'm guessing because we're underground, there's a bunch of stone around us. But why is order suddenly lit up? These are basically like more powerful, I think. I don't remember. I don't know what the sparkles mean in this version of Thaumcraft. Used to mean that basically got like a power boost of those, I think, when making stuff. I don't remember. It's been a long time. These numbers represent how many of these we have to use within, combining to discover new ones, and when we start actually researching different bits of magic. So we take our Aqua and our Terra, both of which we have 19 of, combine them, we end up with 18 of each, so we used up one of both, and also got Victus, which is life. And then we can just knock it out. Now, trying to remember some ones that I know off the top of my head. Now, we could go around, start scanning things with the thermometer. Basically, you just look at something and, well, with work table, you have to shift and then just hold right click. You don't have all the knowledge required to understand this. We could start going around and just looking at stuff, and we could actually, get lux from the torch, discover lux. Scanning stuff, you can learn new aspects, so long as you already know all of the aspects that create it. Lux, I believe, is fire and order, if I remember right. Get Thaumonomicon. Oh, air and fire. Never mind. I got it wrong. because we already knew air and fire, we could discover Lux just by scanning. If we don't know all the all the aspects of an object, or know the aspects needed to create the aspects that we don't know, you can't scan it. So, scanning the set name. Stone. We can get stone, cobblestone as well. See what we can get from everything. Of course, I don't think we have enough to get anything that's made out of wood. Can't get furnaces. Can get smelteries. Nothing can be learned. So those don't have anything. Some things will have aspects, some things won't. Generally, all vanilla stuff will have aspects of some sort. Modded stuff may or may not. Now we got metal from the drum. Glass from the seared glass. Some modded stuff will have aspects automatically depending on what it is made out of, I believe. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But generally, not everything's going to have aspects. Can't get anything from bed. Now, it's just not just things that are in the, physically in the world that you can scan. You can also plop stuff down and scan it. Scan items. If, you don't pick it up. Nothing can be learned from squid meat. I figured that. But what about clay? There we go. Water and earth. Glass. Yep. Crystal. Glass files. That got us vacuous. Glass bottles should give us that as well, I believe. Yep. So slowly, learning aspects just by scanning things. You can also experiment in the table by combining things. Like for instance, I already know that combining Victus and Victus will give us Humanus, I believe? No, heal. Sano, which is heal and cure. It's Victus and something, I think, that gives us Humanus, which is humanity, basically. What other things would make sense? Terra and Terra just gives us more Saxon. Ignis and Perdido. Not sure if that gave us something or not. But water, I'm trying to remember how ice is. Yeah, we do have some ice objects. Of course, we have snow biome, no biome too. We have some ice shards in our chest right next to us. Try scanning those guys. Ice shards. Just throwing out. Nothing can be learned from it. Okay, so we would have to actually make an ice block. There we go. Got something. Gelum. I'm guessing that's the ice one. Keep that around. Oh, what else? What else? Stuff that has life in it. Stuff that is, alive, like trees, or came from stuff that was alive, like trees or food. I don't think we're gonna quite have the aspects needed yet. Kind of have to discover the right aspects in the right order to find your way through everything. Ordo and Saxum. We do have another type of stone out here. Limestone. Nothing can be learned from that, though. Grass. Don't think we can do. Nope. Too complicated. What about dirt? Can't get stuff from dirt. Nothing can be learned from that. Don't have everything required for ender lily seeds. While we're here, though, knock these guys out and replant them. And these guys as well. Water, water. Earth essence. Getting lots of essences. Starting to get a weak essence from those plants lately as well, which is nice. So I don't have to always make them. And the dye seeds are still growing. What else can we scan? We can try scanning a log, but I don't think we can do that yet. Nope. What about an ink sac? Probably not. Nope. Feather and sugarcane. I'm doubting both of these. Yeah, I don't have the stuff to figure out either of those. What about coal? We should be able to learn coal. Yeah. Okay, so that gives us the power thing. Potentia, which is useful. Now, trying to think. How would we discover stuff to get us towards wood? I'm not entirely sure. We can take a look at some of our metals. Start out with redstone. It's a pretty simple one if I'm right. Oh, apparently not. Iron, tin, bronze, gold. Just kind of lay them out in line and scan each one. Iron. Bronze, don't have enough. Gold, don't have enough. Tin. I guess we could do tin. Still can't do redstone. Which is kind of strange because I remember redstone being fairly simple. Let's try an amber. And of course, we can scan shards just to get their basic stuff, I believe. And we get magic out of that. So actually, that was good that we did that because we get magic too, which is helpful. There we go. Basically, you get the crystal, the element, or aspect, primal aspect, and then magic because it's a shard. A shard, entropy, order, fire, amber. Can't get amber. Entropy, and order. Just get as much stuff as possible. Don't think I'm going to be able to get either of those. Oh, well, I guess we can get the Terra. But this guy, I doubt. Oh, we did. That's Orem with a missing letter for some reason. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to be. I guess you don't actually get the aspect out of it, just whatever that one aspect was. Aura, I guess. Oh, how do we get to word? I am trying to remember. Terra and... I wanted to get more Victus. Terra and Victus? Nope. I honestly do not remember. It's been a while, as I had said. Potentia and fire, nope. Give us something. Potentia and earth doesn't give us anything. Potentia and life doesn't give us anything. Not entirely sure. Oh well, it got a good start on the figuring out our aspects. Let's try doing something else. And I'll try and work on figuring out, scanning more things and trying to get more aspects later. Let's actually try and do a research of some kind. What do we want to know first? Research expertise. I suppose this would be a good thing to go for first. Whenever you want to research a tech within Thaumcraft, you just, of course, have to go to the deck. It has to be flashing. That means, and it'll have English versus all these little runes of some kind, which means that you can actually research it, and it'll tell you what you need to do to research it. It says you need scribing tools and paper. Of course, we can make paper real easy because I got some sugar canes on me, and you just click it. Oh, get the scribing tools in my inventory. And it will give you a research note. And you just put scribing tools back in, research notes in here. And we know one of the 3 aspects that are required for this research, but we're missing 2 of them. So we can't actually quite do that one yet. What about another one? We have more paper in our inventory. What about advanced node tapping? No, I haven't run out of ink. We know 2 of them. We know Aura and confusing word. Magic. We know Magic and Aura, but we don't know 2 of the others. So, is there anyone that we can actually research at this point? Suppose like maybe Copper Wand Caps or Wand Foci, potentially. Or Night Ore. Night Ore is generally pretty simple. Even though I don't have we can make a crucible. We could make a crucible to make Night Ore, but I don't want to do the crucible stuff quite yet. Let's try Wand Foci. See what that entails. Oop, not thermometer. Alright, that's pretty simple. So you have to get from fire to magic. Now the way these research notes work is that you basically, what you have to do is you have to take these aspects over here, and you must place an aspect, in this case, since we are trying to connect fire to magic, we must place aspects that are connected to these aspects. Either they are made out of the neighboring aspect, or made with that aspect, or they are an ingredient to make that aspect. Now, Ignis is a primal aspect, so what we'll put next to it is something that is made out of it. And we have to try and link up these aspects until we get to, something that is either made of magic or makes magic. And it is also nighttime, so let's get a quick sleep in here. There we go. So if we go back into our aspects, it'll tell us how everything is made. Magic is, looks like it'll even tell you, what it actually makes that stuff. That's kind of convenient. Or, what has that aspect. Magic is made with vacuous and potentia. And potentia is order and ignis. So we can actually get from ignis to magic in 2 steps. Ignis to potentia, or actually in 1 step. Ignis to potentia, potentia to magic. But there are 3 spaces, as you saw on that research note. There was 3 spaces between ignis and magic, so we'd have to, do other stuff. Now you can either take, more roundabout ways, or you could like cycle back and forth, so we can go ignis, potentia, magic, which would probably be one of the easier ways. What is vacuous? Air and Perdido, which is not connected to ignis. So that would probably be the easiest way to do this. So we go from ignis to potentia, just drag and drop, to ignis, and then we have to make more potentia here, and that was made, I forgot what the other one was, ignis and order, boop. And then potentia, and then fire. No, magic, I should say. So basically we went from ignis is a component of potentia Potentia is made with Ignis. Ignis is a component of Potentia. Potentia is a component of magic. And we have discovered one foci. Said that weird. And you just take the discovery into your inventory and just right-click. And research completed. One foci. So we can go back in our Thaumanomicon. And under Thaumaturgy, you can see that it's opened up more research opportunities. And it also opened up a new type of research. These ones are, these two square ones are done in the same way that we did wand foci there. You get scribe tools and paper and make research notes and then do it in the research table. These hexagonal ones, however, don't require that. You just spend the aspects that you see in this table here, and you have to have a certain number of certain types. So you can see we have 5 light, or 5 air, 5 magic, but we need 8 potentia to get shock for thunder and lightning. And this is to cast magic, by the way, these wand foci. And then frost, we need 5 water, which we have, 5 magic, which we have, and then 8 of the ice, it looks like. So those would be fairly simple for us to get. Focus pouch is the same way. Focus pouch allows you to carry your foci in a nice little convenient carrying case, and not take up so much inventory space. And it requires 5 magic, 8 vacuous, which we don't have, but also some other aspect that we don't know yet. So we'll have to discover more aspects in order to really do anything with that. Now, just because we've researched this wand foci doesn't mean that we have it. We have to actually make the thing. We just know how to make it now. Some careful experimentation has shown you a way to expand the abilities of even the most basic wand. Combining crystalline V shards with quartz crystals and infusing them with magic, you're able to align the crystals into a mystical matrix. The proper types of amounts of V's and mixed blah 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 blah. Adding a focus to your wand is a simple task. Simply press F while holding the wand, and any foci you are carrying will show up in a radial menu, allowing you to choose from any one of the ones you are carrying with a simple click. Initial experience involves the shaping of fire, so we can basically send forth a cone of elemental fire burning in all its wake. Basically make a flamethrower out of our wand. And this is how we make it. We need 4 fire shards, 4 nether quartz, a fire charge, and we put this in an arcane workbench with a wand that has 20 ignis and 10 perdido in it. But our wand doesn't have anything in it. It's completely empty. Well, that's because we have to fill it, and we haven't done that yet. So let us go outside and up to that little ore node that's sitting up on top of the mountain. Let's actually see what's in that thing, because we don't actually know what is in that ore node quite yet. Did I actually ever drop one of these to scan? Yeah, I did. Just didn't remember if I actually finished doing that, because it was still in my hotbar. Why is there fire over there? Huh. Strange. Haven't heard any lightning or anything. Haven't heard a storm going. Not quite sure what that is. Unless that's the... Oh, it might just be the lava. But I thought the lava was up there. No, maybe just down there. Alright, so the ore node right here. You can see really fuzzy. With thermometer, it's much more clear, and you can see it from farther away and through blocks. So right-click to scan it and see what's in there. We have... It's really hard to see the number because of the white text. Alright, so we have air, and we have 60, I think that says. I think it says 60 air. So we just go up to the thing and hold our wand and click it and suck it up. And it's 50 still in there. You can see in the top left corner one of the little bars in our, let's say 39. One of the little bars is filling up, and it's filled up with air now. And there's still a good amount in there. Now you don't want to, you want to try to avoid sucking up all of a single aspect out of an ore node, because then it might actually lose that aspect. And if it's the last aspect, which is the only aspect in that guy, then it might end up going away, which you don't want, because ore nodes aren't exactly the most common things in the world. Now, the one that was over here should be completely gone because we mined it up. Yep, no longer around. But now we have some air in our wand, but we don't have anything else. What? And we are back. Sorry for that little interruption. Had to... So that's how you do search. I was wondering how you did the search thing. I was trying to figure that out earlier today. Yeah, I had a bit of an interruption there. What I was wanting to do was trying to remember nether quartz, right? Yep. See if it's possible to make it. I really doubt it's possible to make it. Oh, you can. Nether essence. And of course, quartz. How do you get nether seeds then? Strong essence and nether brick. Brick, of course, comes from brick, which comes from nether rack, nether essence. Pretty much you have to get stuff from the nether. Or not necessarily. Get off the search. There we go. Not necessarily from the nether, though. One thing I did remember that I had forgotten about previously when I was talking about the glowstone, wanting to get glowstone, and is that it should be the same one, yeah. Is that the tower dungeon? This guy right here in the dungeon that sprawls underneath of it, which I think is what we almost ran into with our tunnel down here. That guy actually has, on its lowest level, is actually nether themed. And there's netherrack, nether bricks, nether fence bricks, or nether brick fences, I should say. Soul sand, glowstone, and also there is nether quartz down there. So it basically has all the main stuff that the vanilla nether has, if not the modded nether here in UHS. We will have to go to nether eventually to get certain things that are in the mod, but definitely not in that dungeon. But basic nether materials we could get out of the dungeon simply by going down there. Now, of course, actually taking the dungeon head on is not advised. We'd have to do some digging around and be sneaky and cheaty about it, because hey, this is UHS 3. You're supposed to be cheaty. Never take things the direct way. That's the dye essence, and I see it's replanted. These guys are still growing. I may try to speed up some of that growth with a water bucket, but not too important right this minute. Go to sleep. So yeah, we know that our nearest node has air in it. There are a few other nodes, of course, that we have found. There's the one out here on the sea that I'll have to check out. And I thought there was another one. Yeah, there's another one out here as well. So we'll have to check those two out. And then maybe start trying to look for some more around the place and see what aspects are where. So we know, well, what to get where. And of course that aspect, you can actually, with the thermometer, you can actually see it from in here. Yeah, it's right up there. Way up there, that little dot up on the surface. So yeah, I'll have to search for some more ore nodes to get more aspects for our wand so that we can craft some stuff. I'm gonna start looking at some more research things, and also plan out the cauldron setup, because we actually need a setup to do, or crucible setup I should say, because we need an actual proper setup to do crucibles properly. because we don't want problems with that. And I'll go over why and how crucibles work in a future video, potentially the next one. Why is my mouse not working? Click. Thank you. And I'll probably look into some more research here, see what I can do, and of course scan some more stuff to find some more aspects in between episodes as well. It's like some aura is apparently how you get the crystal one, which is good to know. And seeing the ones that we discovered so far, what we actually made, Talem, Saxum, and Ordo. But I'll do some experimentation and some scanning to try and figure those guys out. And we will continue next episode with some more Thaumcraft and hopefully get to something that actually makes something that we can use. Because right now we got a little bit of magic in our wand, but we don't have anything to show for our efforts quite yet. But we are starting to make progress. That'll be it for this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.